Okay, let's dive straight in. We're setting the scene. Think Guwahati, National Center of Excellence. It's October 10th, 2025.
You could almost feel the air crackling, couldn't you? Real anticipation.
Absolutely. It was the BWF World Junior Mixed Team Championships, the Unnati Cup, and crucially, back on Indian soil after, what, 17 years?
That's right, 17 years. And the format they're using now, this fresh relay format, well, it's something else.
Explain that a bit. It's not the usual setup.
No, not at all. It's best of 3 sets, okay?
Well.
But each set is this intense sprint to 45 points.
45? Wow.
Yeah, and that total comes from 5 matches bundled together: men's singles, women's singles, mixed doubles, men's and women's doubles. It's relentless.
Relentless is the word.
Yeah.
So you sprint to 45 across all 5 disciplines. There's really nowhere to hide a weak link, is there?
Precisely. Every single player, every pair, they have to deliver under immense pressure. One slip-up can cost you dearly in that race to 45.
So our mission today is really to get into the journey of this Indian junior squad, the outcome. A historic bronze. Okay, let's unpack this. Why this bronze medal is so much heavier than it looks.
It really is. It speaks volumes about the depth they've built. You know, the tournament kicked off October 6th, right there in Guwahati, 36 teams.
36, yeah.
And India was strongly seeded, Group H, alongside Nepal, Sri Lanka, the UAE.
Seems like a favorable group on paper.
It was, but what stood out right from day one was their clinical approach, that consistency across different opponents. It's vital in this format.
Right. They needed to set a tone. They won against Nepal.
Oh, demolition. 45-18, 45-17, just dominant. You saw the talent immediately. Unnati Hooda, you know, the 17-year-old, very cool-headed.
And Tanvi Sharma, the current junior world #1, she played too.
Exactly. Both featured early, showcasing that top-end skill.
Then day 2 against Sri Lanka, another commanding win. Scores were 45-27, 45-21.
Yes, but there was a little bit of drama within that, which was actually quite revealing.
Oh, tell me more.
Well, Rakshita Sri, in her match against Renithma Lineage, she actually fell behind early, like 3-8 down.
Okay, in this format, that's a significant deficit early on.
It really is. 5 points is a big gap to make up in a relay segment. But she managed to shake it off, find her rhythm, and just completely flip the script.
Ah, okay. So that showed resilience, mental toughness.
Exactly. It proved they could handle adversity mid-match, mid-sprint. That's crucial psychological information for the coaches heading into tougher rounds.
Makes sense. And they rounded off the group stage against the UAE.
Yeah, day 3. Another clinical display, 45-37, 45-34. Very controlled.
Tanvi Sharma played again.
She did. Delivered a sharp 9-5 win in her segment against Prakriti Farath, just solidifying their dominance.
So the takeaway from the group stage is this team was firing on all cylinders. A well-oiled machine, as they say.
Absolutely. They showed consistency, talent, and that crucial ability to recover. They looked ready, really ready for the knockouts, which they needed to be.
Because next up was South Korea.
Yep. The quarterfinals on October 9th. And not just any team, 2-time former champions, South Korea. A massive step up in quality.
Right. And this is where things got really, really tense, didn't they? That first set.
Oh, heartbreaking. An immediate setback. They lost it. 44-45.
44-45. You can't get closer than that. 1 point against the champs.
1 single point. That could just crush a young team's morale, couldn't it? Going down 0-1 like that.
Especially teenagers.
Yeah.
But they didn't fold.
No. And this is where I think the location comes into play. Remember, they'd been training for months right there at the National Center of Excellence in Guwahati.
Ah, the home court advantage, but amplified.
Exactly. It wasn't just a court. It was their court. They knew the drift, the lighting, how the shuttle flies in that specific hall. No adjustment needed. It was their environment.
So they tapped into that familiarity, use it to reset.
It seems like it. They flipped the switch. And you saw these moments of individual brilliance starting to pop up.
Like Rounak Chouhan in the men's singles.
Yes. He delivered an absolute thriller, winning his segment 11-9 against Choi Ah-sung. Huge momentum swing right there.
11-9, that's tight. A big boost.
Massive. And then you had Unnati Hooda. She just, channeled this inner warrior.
What did she do?
In one crucial relay push, and this is strategic, how they deploy players for point blocks, she clawed back 15 critical points against Kim Hanbi.
15 points in one go. Wow. That's huge pressure on the opponent.
Huge. It wasn't just scoring. It was a tactical burst designed to wear down the Korean player and erase that deficit fast. Real grit.
So those individual efforts, combined with that home court feel, it turned the tide.
Completely. They didn't just stabilize, they surged. They took the next 2 sets, and quite convincingly in the end, 45-30, 45-33.
Incredible comeback. And the significance of that win.
Monumental. That victory over South Korea guaranteed India their first ever mixed team medal in this championship's history.
First ever team medal. Wow.
Yeah. The Badminton Association of India, the BAI, highlighted it straight away. That preparation in Guwahati paid off exactly when it mattered most. Securing that medal, getting onto the podium as a team, that was the breakthrough.
So that quarterfinal win basically secured the bronze at minimum.
Correct. Assured them of at least bronze.
Which set up a semifinal against the defending champions, Indonesia.
Right. Another giant. Indonesia came in loaded with talent. They had Zaki Ubedillah, the world junior #1 in boys singles.
A tough draw. Did India stick with the same lineup?
Mostly, but they made one key tactical switch. They brought in Vishakatopo for Anya Bisht in the mixed doubles pairing.
Interesting. Why do you think they did that? Targeting something specific?
Could be. Maybe looking for a different dynamic against the Indonesian pair, perhaps a more aggressive start, or maybe Topper just matched up better stylistically. It was definitely a calculated move.
And did it work? How did this semi start?
It started brilliantly for India. Explosive start. Bhargav Ramarajela and Viswa Tejgaburu in the boys' doubles, they'd been, frankly, untouchable all week.
Yeah.
They just stormed out to a 9-5 lead in their match. Huge energy boost.
Okay, good start. And then?
Unnati Hooda held firm again in her women's singles against the leader Ramadhani Wirawan. Solid performance. After 3 matches, India was actually leading.
Leading Indonesia. What was the score?
27-23. India was ahead. You start to think, maybe, just maybe, the biggest upset was on the cards.
Wow. Yeah, okay. So they were right there. What happened?
Well, this is where Indonesia's depth and perhaps their championship experience really showed. The counterpunch came hard.
Uh-oh.
The turning point was the men's singles. Their world junior #1, Ubedillah, stepped onto court against Rounak Chouhan.
The hero from the quarterfinal.
Right. But Ubedillah was just clinical. He dismantled Chouhan 11-5.
Oof. That neutralizes India's lead and grabs the momentum back, doesn't it?
Completely. Swung it decisively back to Indonesia, and then came the women's doubles.
What happened there?
Indonesia's pair, Rizka Anggraini and Renjani Quinara Nastin, they were just like an unbreakable wall. They built up a huge lead in their segment.
India couldn't make inroads.
No, they just couldn't chip away at it. The gap became too large, and that first set slipped away. India lost it 35-45.
Ah, okay. Down 0-1. Tough after being ahead. How did the second set go?
India fought, definitely. You saw Silaram Sangha and Vishaka Tobo pouring everything into the mixed doubles. Real grit.
But Indonesia had answers.
They did, and they made another smart tactical move. Midway through the second set, they actually swapped their men's doubles pairing.
Another substitution.
Yeah, brought in fresh legs, maybe a power hitter. It immediately resulted in a 9-2 blitz for Indonesia. Just broke the back of the set, really.
Wow, tactically sharp by Indonesia.
Very. It created a hole that India just couldn't dig out of. The second set ended 45-21 to Indonesia, so a 0-2 loss for India in the end.
So close in the first set, but Indonesia showed their class in the end. Tough loss.
It was. But it still resulted in that historic bronze medal. And we really need to talk about the weight of that bronze.
Right, because it's easy to focus on the semifinal loss. But this bronze, different.
It's fundamentally different. It's a massive milestone. Look, India's had individual success at Junior Worlds before, 11 individual medals over the years. Saina Nehwal's gold back in Pune, 2008, is the obvious highlight.
Right, individual stars.
Exactly. But this was the first time ever that India medaled in the mixed team event, the Suhandinata Cup. It signals something new.
What does it signal, do you think?
It signals that the development pipeline is working differently now. It's not just producing individual champions, it's building genuine team depth, cohesion, strategy, resilience across the board.
You saw that depth throughout the tournament, didn't you?
Absolutely. You had Unnati's cool head, Tanvi's firepower, the incredible synergy of Bhargav and Viswa in the doubles, Rounak's comeback spirit. It was a collective effort.
And achieving this on home soil after hosting the event for the first time in 17 years.
Yeah.
That adds another layer, doesn't it?
Huge layer. It sends a message globally. India isn't just a nation of talented individuals. It's becoming a force in team events, too. A comprehensive badminton powerhouse in the making.
And this isn't the end for these players in Guwahati, is it?
Not at all. Guwahati 2025 isn't just the end point. It's a launch pad. The individual World Junior Championships kick off right after October 13th and 19th at the very same venue,
So they carry this team momentum right into the individual events.
Exactly. They've already made history as a team. Now they go for individual glory, riding that wave of confidence and collective success.
So what does this all mean when you boil it down?
I mean, it shows these young players weren't just talented. They were strategically prepared and incredibly gritty. They leveraged months of intense, specific training at that Guwahati venue.
That home court knowledge.
Yes, they stared down that almost impossible 44-45 deficit against a powerhouse like South Korea and used their familiarity, their environment, to fuel a historic comeback and guarantee that podium finish.
It's a testament to preparation meeting opportunity.
Perfectly put, that deep, almost intimate knowledge of their surroundings gave them that crucial psychological edge when everything was on the line.
It really makes you think, doesn't it, about that power of hyperlocal preparation, mastering your own environment. We saw what this team did by knowing every inch, every nuance of that court in Guwahati. So the thought to leave you with is, where in your own life, your own work, could that kind of deep, localized mastery, really understanding your home court, be the key to unlocking a breakthrough on a much bigger stage?
Interesting question. Something definitely worth mulling over.
Indeed. Until our next deep dive.